What's up, guys? I'm Christian.
I'm Carlos.
And this is the Unexpert Analysis, episode 19, where we review a much anticipated film. As always, we're back for the newest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that is
Black Panther.
This
is Julius. I named him.
We know. So we're just going to jump right in. We're going to talk about the budget real quick.
Yeah. The budget was at $200 million.
That's a lot of money.
It is, especially for, I mean, I don't know what Civil War or Avengers, I'm pretty sure they were a little bit lower.
Probably in the ballpark.
Yeah, around there. Wonder Woman was around the same 140, I think. I can't remember. But anyways, Black Panther was at $200 million, a very high budget, and it's already made $419 worldwide. So it's already doubled its budget. So I think it's going to go up into the billions.
Yeah, it's the 5th biggest opening weekend of all time.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's crazy to say, you know. I think a lot of that is definitely based off of a lot of the reason people are going to see it, not only because of Rotten Tomato score. Rotten Tomato has such a huge impact on movies nowadays.
Especially now.
People are anticipating the score to be released, and that is certified at 97%. One of the highest rated Marvel films, period. So that definitely is going to draw in a lot of people to go see the movie, but also because of the cultural and societal, I guess you could say, mess that we're in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And this film does a beautiful way through the director Ryan Coogler, through his eyes as a young black man growing up in today's society. He's given a story to tell, and he has the canvas and a medium to be able to tell a story through his eyes by forging one world to another world, and he does that beautifully.
Exactly, because Black Panther is just a fucking badass. I mean, when we saw him in Civil War, it was like, oh shit, I want to be Black Panther.
So we knew what we were getting.
Because he has a vibranium suit. He can never, die. I mean, you got that whole suit. It's like bulletproof. But anyways,
it's made of the same material that Captain America's shield is made of. Which
exactly, and Winter Soldier's arm.
Yeah.
You know, that's why there was like a little thing when they were touching on Civil War, because the vibranium, obviously it's magnetic. But anyways, yeah, director Ryan Coogler. He's directed Creed, Fruitvale Station, now this.
So he's only done 3 movies.
Yeah. And
every single one of them are not only amazing, but critically acclaimed. So they went out and got a director that doesn't have much acclaim, because obviously people have seen Creed. But Fruitvale Station is a great one. I believe it's on Netflix. Go watch it if you haven't. It's a good one for the times now as well.
Yeah.
But he's done these very impactful movies. And we talk about it all the time. Especially seems like every movie that we review now is a Disney movie. But Disney does a great job of finding these directors that have, yes, critical acclaim, but not much mass appeal.
Exactly.
And I don't know who their producers are that are hiring these directors and writers, but they're doing an amazing job. So kudos to them, and kudos to Ryan Coogler by using his eye and his artistic touch and creating an amazing and beautiful story. We both, I believe, give him a 10.
That's right. So
that brings us into the plot and writing.
Plot and writing, I mean, right out the gate, right when it starts, you're just like, wow, this is a very, it's a very detailed story.
Mm-hmm.
It's very deep. You got brothers, you got different kinds of family in this. Brothers. And it's just I don't know. It's very hard to talk about without giving anything away, honestly. There's different kinds of characters. They get into deep with with actually Wakandan culture. The fighting style. The fighting was amazing. With the plot and the writing, how they did everything together, and they sequenced it with the actual story.
The job of plot and writing is to make the story believable.
Exactly.
That's really hard to do when you're dealing with not only superheroes but a mythical country, because Wakanda obviously does not exist. So they had to take a lot of different cultures and a lot of different countries' inspirations in Africa and melt them into one pot, and basically take only the best from those and give it substance. It has to be certain bad parts about it, stuff that you're not going to agree with.
Yeah.
And they did an amazing job with that. And again, part of that was due to Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
And so I think we both give the writing and plot a 10.
10, definitely.
Yeah, man.
And
that leads us right into acting. Acting was, there's just too many actors to talk about, honestly. Amazing acting done in this film, but we can talk about a few standouts, I guess.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, which standed out very well.
You weren't too into Michael B. Jordan before.
Before I wasn't. I mean, he was in Chronicle, he was in Fantastic Four, the remake, which was horrible. He was in, Awkward Moment was okay. I mean, it was alright.
Guilty pleasure, man. And of course, Creed.
Creed.
Which he did great.
Creed was actually really good.
Yeah.
Did he get an Oscar now?
Sylvester Stallone.
So that's, there you go. I don't know why he didn't get an Oscar now. But the third one was Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis was in this film.
God. If you don't know a lot of Andy Serkis, it's understandable. He does a lot of CGI work. He's Caesar in the Planet of the Apes trilogy. And he
Golem.
also
In Lord of the Rings.
And I believe he did King Kong in the 2008 version.
You are correct.
So there's a lot of standouts in this film. Everyone brought their A game.
Yeah.
Everyone was great. Michonne from The Walking Dead. I just can't pronounce her name. I apologize. Oh my god. Beautiful Lupita.
Yeah.
She did great. Did great, along with everyone else. So kudos to the whole acting cast and kudos to the casting director. An amazing job, and of course we're going to give that a 10 as well.
10.
That brings us talking about cinematography.
Cinematography was very light on this film. I was not disappointed, but I was kind of taken away sometimes from the actual story sometimes, because there was a little bit too much CGI. Not that it was as bad as a DC film,
Or the preview.
Yeah, the preview.
The preview of this film, a lot of people talk about the CGI not looking too great. People with the preview, it's getting released a year before the movie. They've had a year to clean it up.
Yeah.
They did a great job. But there's still definitely some lapses in the CGI, because it is a CGI heavy film due to the fact that not only is it a fake city, or make-believe city, but there's a few fighting scenes where the CGI just doesn't hold up as well, but it's still believable.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Lucasfilm was in charge of this, the visual effects and everything.
Surprising.
So it's surprising that the actual CGI, the visual effects and everything was lacking. But I mean, overall, it didn't really take away too much from the story, but sometimes it did. So I mean, we're gonna give that both a 9.
Because it's still great cinematography. There's still some amazing shots of Wakanda and what they're trying to make you believe that it looks like, and the cities taking inspiration from other actual African cities and putting it into the city.
Especially with the casino scene, it reminded me a lot of like Inception, Kill Bill.
Right.
Yeah, there was like very inspired,
Choreography, I guess you could say.
Yeah, choreography.
But sometimes the CGI
exactly.
didn't mesh well with the choreography. But again, we can't take too much away from it. But the final act.
Final act, or actually,
the music score.
Music score. Sorry.
Music score. You're better.
Okay, all right.
You take this
Ludwig Göransson. It's Swedish. Swedish. I don't know how to do a Swedish accent.
It's not a good one.
It's not. He did the music score. He's done Creed. He's done Fruitvale Station. He's done mostly all of Ryan Coogler's films. He's done
Literally all of it.
He did 30 Minutes or Less with Jesse Eisenberg and Aziz. I don't know why. He's done very numerous TV shows like New Girl, but
he's done a lot of work in, I guess you could say, the community.
Yeah, especially with Childish Gambino, Chance the Rapper. He's collaborated with them on the albums,
which is pretty big. Closet to bring to the show.
Yeah, especially there was very orchestrated music parts in this film with the violins, which would get really in depth with you. It would grasp you in with the story.
The drums.
Especially the drums. I love
amazing.
the drums. So
you dabble on the drums yourself.
I dabble on the drums.
You do. But also the soundtrack, which is a totally different entity in itself, done by Kendrick Lamar and a bunch of other artists. That's an amazing soundtrack that is it's wielded very well.
Yes.
It's entwined with the music score. So it's really cool to see those bounce back off each other.
Yeah, and don't want to talk about it too much, but I'd like to give it a 10, honestly.
I'm gonna give it a 10 as well.
Yeah, 10.
Now we can talk about the final
Now
act.
the final act. Come on, man.
Obviously, we're not gonna go too in depth, but we will give you a quick recap of at least our opinion on it. I thought it was done very well. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes. It
Came out of nowhere.
Unpredictable.
But I really enjoyed it. And it was, again, this is where the CGI kind of came into a little. It didn't really mesh too well for me. But overall, the story and the writing that led up to it, it was perfect. It was good enough.
Yeah.
Great enough.
We don't want to talk about too much, so I'll give it a 10.
Gave it a 10. Yeah, that's pretty much all we can say. If you haven't seen it already, which you probably have, go see it again, because we're gonna go see it again.
Definitely.
But like we said, if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Go see it.
Why are you waiting? It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No one's gonna judge you. Yeah. Any questions for the audience?
Oh, what's your favorite Marvel film so far? In the MCU universe, it could be any kind from,
There is plenty.
If you want to include the Hulk from 2002. I don't know if you like that, but yeah. We'll talk to you guys next time.